Welcome to Raw Talent with your host, Miss Tink. Welcome to Raw Talent with your host, Miss Tink. Crimes against humanity are certain acts that are deliberately committed as a part of a widespread or systematic attack directed against any civilian population or identifiable part of a population. Our America. The world is slowly going through a new form of oppression. Slavery is taking a new form. It's depressing. Crimes against humanity are being accepted. It's wrong, but the law of the land behind the killing of an innocent man, all because of race and not because of crime. These are the things taking place in our place and time. We used to get hosed down like dogs in the street. Now we get gunned down for things that are given like freedom of speech. The land is not for the free, but for those who can be controlled. We are mentally caged in by what we think we know. As we search around looking for terrorists dressed as the Islamic race, with thoughts to bring harm to the American race, in this time and place, our terrorists are employed by our tax dollars, killing our youth and walking our streets, trying to strip us of the arms we bear quite keep, breaking up homes, causing destruction. Within that, on its own, war inside our communities is already hard to survive daily. But to be robbed of life is crippling to that mother that had to bury her seed. Because you saw his color and a reason for him to bleed. What is the difference between being hosed down like a dog and being shot down? Is there a difference because it's not being called slavery now? But we are still being oppressed by the same system that suppressed issues that our ancestors fought to overcome, to look up and see years later that our job isn't done. You're free unless you oppose. You're free unless they feel as if you shouldn't be. Vindication pisses off the unstable mind. How can you vindicate a life that shouldn't have ever needed it? How do you heal the person's family who unjustly, not accidentally, a life was taken? How do you rightfully tell me I have freedom but under your control? They feed you what they need you to think, not what you actually need to know. What if the terrorist is dressed in blue, wearing a badge and a gun, serving and protecting you? What if the terrorist is the leader of the free world? What makes you a terrorist? Please do tell. What if we view people for what they are, instead of what we perceive them to be? What if the janitor is a multimillionaire with his own company? What if the guy with his jeans sagging graduated college at 16? What if the judge, raised in the wealthiest community, is taking bribes? What if the chief of police is guilty of child molestation? We tend to convict those we see with our blinded eye. Money makes you innocent and untouchable. Color makes you guilty by association of race. We call ourselves the land of the free, but this is the land of centuries of genocide and crimes against the human race. Centuries of ridicule, centuries of brainwashing. United we fall, divided we stand. None of us are God, but we try to act with his hand.